GPS right now. I had to switch up some pinouts on the GPS to my flight controller because they're slightly different. Um, if you can see here, that's the power RXTX ground. And you probably can't see this, but this is your RXTX ground 5 volt. Their pinout was kind of different, so I had to pull the pins out on one side and make sure that their power matches my power ground. And I just did that. I was going to pull pins, but I just didn't feel like pulling pins again. And I just cut the wires and I matched them to the cord in the right spot. So I can just plug it in to the side of my drone and use the UART on the side. I guess it would be, if you're facing the right, facing you would be bottom right, but it would be like that upside down. Yeah, I did make my own cable. I just decided not to use it. I'll use it on my other drone I got sitting over there with the nice RGB lighting. I really like that. All I did is I plugged the power into one of the UARTs, I believe, and they're using Betaflight to control the RGBs. It's pretty cool. I want to plug the RGB in this one into one of the UARTs and see if I can do it. Don't see why not. Just, I don't know, probably won't do it to that one. It's going to be my long distance drone, and that'll be like my fun, clean park drone. Right now I'm going to start these up, and then I'll get back to you, and hopefully we'll have some mile per hour and a fail-safe return to home. Sorry about the shitty lighting. I got my GPS mounted. Yes, I'm using a fucking chopstick for now. And I put like a T and I kind of taped like a little mount and taped it to the top. But it's on there and it's facing up and it's gonna do me fine. For the longest time today, I had it connected right because there's only 4 wires. Their plug I had to kind of cut and splice so the pinout was correct. It was connected correctly. I just had my damn thing indoors on the couch and I was expecting to get, I guess, a good signal. I was getting satellites, like a whole bunch, because I'd sit there for a while and let it connect. I was told that it takes a while the first time for this connecting in the area, and I was hoping to see my location on Betaflight. I was hoping to see the locations with it plugged in through the port. Anyways, once I took my drone outside, because I knew everything was connected, and I was assuming it was the signal since that's the antenna, about a minute went by. I got like 5 satellites, 6, 7, and then 8. So tomorrow I'm going to actually test it out. I'm going to go through my settings and make sure I have all the stuff I want enabled that I can have enabled with GPS enabled. This one does not have a barometer, but I want a barometer so I can see my G-forces, I guess. I'm hoping with this GPS I can get my speed and which way is home and have it come home. I don't know if it'll do altitude and all that. I'm hoping I can see how high I am. Yeah. But it works. It plugged it in. It's pretty easy to plug in. It was just a little confusing because of the reception inside the house. And I got my backup drone right here. This one I only paid $150 for. Brand new. They said it was dusty and booted up. Well, this thing is like brand new, and it's got the RGB lighting in the back, which is attached to the flight controller, and you can control these lights to how the motors, when you lean left or right, if the lights shimmer this way, shimmer that way, or stay solid, or if this light is what any color you want when it's armed or disarmed, or when you increase the throttle or decrease the throttle, it'll shimmer between phases. It's really cool. This drone, when I got it, came with this kind of RGB, and you could just control the lights from like right there, and that's just powered up right where the battery is attached to the board, and it's not attached to the flight controller. So I thought that was kind of cool. This one had that. I'm not gonna fly this one yet. This one's too pretty and not cracked. It feels all smooth and oiled out. This one I somehow cracked my frame right along here, but I super glued it. Small crack. This one's staying on the shelf. Oh, I don't think this one's got a microphone. I think it maybe does have a microphone. I don't know. I have a module coming, so I can put a microphone on my other receivers. It's just a mic, not a whole receiver with a mic. Tomorrow, GPS return home. I'm going to do it in the air and I'm going to do it landing. I'm going to see if I can land it, have it return home and come back. And if that works, I'm going to see if I can just disarm my controller, turn it off, and see if it'll fail safe and come back. I just also the other day put a fail safe on my controller, which I never had for all of my drones or any of my drones, to where if my controller turns off, the last thing it tells us to do is throttle down. So I'm hoping that that failsafe from the controller doesn't interfere with the GPS return home failsafe. So when I fly away, the controller should go out of range, send the signal for it to disarm, and then the drone should know that it's obviously out of range and should come home, hopefully, or it's just gonna fall. I'm hoping I don't have to just use my GPS by switch only. I'm hoping it knows when I'm out of range and the receiver's lost, that it comes home. We'll have to find out tomorrow. Hey, I gotta post a video soon. Sorry, I've been racking my brain on trying to make my GPS module work, and it was working the whole time. I was just inside the house, so I wasn't getting a reception. Stupid. But yeah, it works. I had to set a switch, and I had to watch a YouTuber who just posted a video and pretty much mimic his channels, and it works. I don't know if I was understanding the channels correctly, so I watched a few more channels. One guy posted a YouTube video. It was very helpful. I'm not going to name names because I really don't know who they are. He was explaining them better. So I have my GPS switch, or GPS mode on its own switch. And it's weird how I have to use it. I have to actually, let's say, land my craft, but kind of give it some throttle input, a little bit more than just nothing, and then flick my switch and it'll come home. I haven't tried it yet with just in the air and turning the throttle off. I know if I was in the air and hit the switch, it should come home. I'll try it again, but I'm confident that works just fine. I'm pretty sure I got the order in which the first failsafe goes, and I have it on set, so it should set it when it loses receiver reception, hoping it notices it. So I at least got it to work to a switch, and I'll show a video of me actually landing, or kind of land hovering, because I don't like to hit the switch in the air yet, because it's only my maybe third time hitting it, and come home, or at least come close enough to where I can take the sticks. I really want it to fail safe correctly, or at least have enough balls to fail safe correctly, turn my controller off and hope that it'll flip into the mode itself. And I have stage 2 also as a GPS return, so it's better, because that's both stage 1 and stage 2 is to come home, and I have it to a switch. Switch works fine. I want the fail safes to come home. Yeah, that's my GPS. Sorry for rambling, but just plugged it right into the flight controller, right into the side there. Just use the UARTs. So what I realized today is that the park is not as big as what my little trailer court is, because it works every time I have my trailer court. I've tried this out because I thought I had my modes right, and I have them right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what I've done 3 times without it. I'm going to walk to the end of the trailer court, arm on, and then we're going to fly to the other part, and then I'm going to hit it. Oh, God, I bought my fucking switches while walking with this shit. Alright, so I'm going to walk in the trailer court. I'm going to make home way down here. We're going to land up there, and I'm going to flip it. And I can flip it with myself still, and I'm loaded and planted, so I'm not flipping the switch again.
guess then again, I was probably at the park and I wasn't far enough away for the switch to work. So, far enough away. This is usually where I land and flip it. I'm gonna check out from here and we're gonna go over there. We're gonna sit this on the ground and hope for best reception. Finally. Now I gotta try, I guess, flipping the switch in the air while I'm moving, or I still don't, it does not work when I turn my controller off. I can say that. I don't know why. But at least I got a fail safe if I lose video reception. I only usually fly the park with the bus.
Sorry if you can't hear me, I'm using my headset, which is on the couch across from me. These are my settings that I use for beta flight, and that's what works for me. At least it works for me when I flip the switch. I've tried a couple of times to get it to flip the GPS rescue mode when I've turned my controller off, but I have not tried this since I got rid of my beeper off my GPS channel. The only thing I have on my GPS channel is the GPS by itself, because that's what seems to work for me. I did set my GPS rescue in here to the value that I have it at on my modes, because that's what I want it to do as my fallback setting. I want it to auto get it home, but even if this is not set, I want it to set it. So, and then obviously these are on, so it's going to hold what I have it on, and it's on land. In my modes, I have ARM as switch aux1, and then I have Horizon on the same band, same channel, so that it's armed and allowed to do Horizon. And then I have I have GPS rescue on aux2, and I have it right here at like 2000. So when I flip that switch, it goes. And I'm not quite sure if it'll work when I turn my controller off, because I don't have RSSI. So, I mean, it doesn't really know, but valid pulse range. I guess if my controller doesn't send a pulse, it may know, but I heard some people talking about PPM and pulse cut and pulse out. I have a FlySky controller. I don't know if it does that. That's something I have to look into. I did set my FlySky controller fail-safe as my aux2 channel in the on mode, so that when I turn my controller off, the last thing it says from the controller as a fail-safe is GPS rescue. So I'm hoping that will work if my flight controller in beta flight just can't recognize it from the receiver. I don't know if I have to have like what is it, RSSI on, because I don't have it on. I don't have enough channels. I have a 6 channel, so I only can have like my 2 channels for ARM, Horizon, GPS. I know if I got the mod for the FlySky, I can get 10 channels, then I can just assign it to any channel on my controller so that it outputs that ERRL on, like, let's say aux 8, and I put it on aux 8. But I can't do that with Sky without modding it. So I don't think the return to home would work just by turning the controller off. But yeah, that's my modes. And I'll let you know if it does seem to work without having RSSI on or on a channel. If I can just turn off my quad and have it come home like it's supposed to, or like I have it set in here. I'll let you know.
Alright, we're at the park. Jeez, we got that set up. GPS works, we just did that at home. Now we're just gonna fly for fun and get some good footage. Yeah, I'm feeling all around because I got my batteries in different pockets. I had them all in the same pocket the other day, and I had like 2 quarters in my pocket, and I was wondering why my fucking pocket was so hot. It was because my batteries were like actually grounding out. They were getting hot. They probably need to be replaced. Yeah, I think that was when like a hot casing started coming up. I gotta be careful with that. I want to take my extra 2-cell LiPos that I have and do the battery mods, because I have so many 2-cell batteries from when I first started having a drone, and yeah, I thought different kinds of 2 cells made a difference. They do. Some do have more of a constant punch, and some don't, like, get a sag. Okay, we're armed up. I need to mod this controller so that I can send out my ERRL. I'll show you. The ERRL is like the error level to when a frequency, like the farther we're away and the higher the number. You can set that to a channel when it's modded, and then you can set it as RSSI. And I'm wondering if that's why I'm having a problem with when I want my GPS rescue as its failsafe, because I have it set as its failsafe to come home. I wonder if that's why it's not coming home like when I turn my controller off. I even turned off my failsafes in here because I had it to like disarm or just disarm in my failsafe, my old failsafe, which was like drop fall. I took all of that off. So like the only thing that it does now on my failsafe is this switch down, which is my GPS rescue. So if this is trying to send a signal when I turned it off, it should be sending GPS rescue. I haven't had enough balls yet to do that in my trailer court and turn it off. Yeah, I don't want anything bad to happen. So yeah, we're just gonna fly today, and I do want to mod my controller so that I can see my RSSI instead of looking on here. They call it ERRL, but that translates to RSSI to me with this controller. Yeah, it's like $10 for the little plug that goes in the back, and I just gotta buy it off eBay. Enough talking, let's go rip. Turn on my Eachine DVD. Well, it's not a DVD player. Eachine Diversity. We're already set up on a good channel. I hit record, so we got double recording. We got some FPV footage and some drone footage. Well, drone footage is FPV footage, but yeah, GoPro and FPV both have sound, so it'll be weird. I'll try to overlay them, give you a perspective. I'm gonna cut the video feed. We're gonna swap batteries, but I'm not gonna turn the GoPro off. We'll just leave it running, and I'll change the battery real quick. Sorry that took so long. Alright, back to the fun stuff. Hey, hey. I like it when things go my way.